Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coleen and this is week 3, so Flosstube number 3. And I got 3 things finished over the weekend, completely framed. And I have some more progress to show on my works in progress and some finishes, old finishes, and stuff like that. So I'll just get right into it. So first I'm going to start with the things that I finished over the weekend. So the first one I'll show is one of my favorites. If you remember last week I showed the finish May Godzilla Destroy This Home Last for my love of Godzilla. So this is it finished. So here's a closer view of it. And on top I carved a little house with like flames coming off of it. So I just thought that was funny. And then on the back, I think I'm going to put this in a stand so it sits up on the tabletop versus hanging it up. But I did put a hanger on it. But on the back, I found some, and I'll put the link below, but some Japanese digital paper from Etsy. So I thought that would make Godzilla happy to see that I put some Japanese paper on the back of his frame. So that gives me any brownie points. And so the next finish was I showed last week from Pine Mountain. It was the Vintage Valentine. Love how this one came out. So I ended up painting the beaded edge red, but then I decided to scuff up the frame to make it look more worn. So this is how it came out. And if you can see, the black part of the frame is kind of rubbed or whatever, and then I used some stain. But love how this one came out, just cute. And then on the back I found some powder blue and red polka dotted paper, so I thought it kind of matched the front really well. Put a hanger on that, so that'll probably be a gift. So that one I'll give away. And then finally, this was from, I mentioned probably in the first one that I did Snowflower Diaries Stitch Along in 2017. But only got like 3 months in, and then something shiny caught my attention, and I never finished it. So I'm on April. So April's done and framed. So this frame that I made for it actually has a little stand on it. So it'll sit up on the tabletop like so. But I carved, so each one of the patterns has animals in it. So this one has a bunny and a squirrel. And I think January I carved a little crow. February a little duck. In March was a stork. So this one I decided to carve a little squirrel. So I'll get him closer. But he's so cute. So I'll turn him around. And he's just adorable. So kind of just adds to the frame. And then on the back, it's a gift. So I put some paper that kind of matches the pastel blues and purples from the front. But that one is all finished. So I'm excited. So now we can move on to May. And I have to look ahead. I can't remember what's the animals on May. So I'll have to start thinking of what I want to carve for the top of that frame. So with Valentine's coming up, I decided to pull out in 2015, I believe. I challenged myself to stitch 1 ornament-sized pattern a week, and it could be whatever I wanted. And I actually did it. So there's a pile of those in my closet of about 60 deep, of all different things. So whatever I just felt like. There's Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's, whatever. So I dug out some of the finishes from that pile. And I think these were from Better Homes and Gardens. It was a alphabet in the shape of a heart. So the first one, I stitched it twice. Once small, I think this is 32 count, maybe over 1 or 2, or 28 count, not sure, but I'll look it up. And what I'm going to do with this one is I bought a couple of paper mache boxes, one larger, but this one's small, and mount it and do something cute on the box. Not sure what yet, but I need to get something done with them because they, like I said, sat in that poor closet in the dark alone. And so then I restitched it over 2 so it's larger, but I used pastel. I believe it was Needle Necessities, but it's like peaches and pinks and a little bit of mint green just for a softer look. And again, bought the bigger paper mache box, heart-shaped box to mount that in. So I'll have a couple things to paint and finish with those. Just do something different than just a frame every week. So the next is the Love You to the Moon and Back. And I have a cute idea. I'll put this in a little frame too. I was thinking about making it into a little pillow, but I am pretty sure now that I'll make a little frame for that to go to. But I just think that one's really cute. And then finally, This one is a combination of snowman and Valentine's Day, but I thought it was really cute. So it's a snowman in the word love. So that was just one of 3 of the few patterns that I picked out. There's some more Valentines in there too. I'll show over the next couple weeks. But those will be cute small ones to get some quick finishes to show for future podcasts. So next, I'll share some of my works in progress. This one is, I showed the very first week, I believe, from Owl Forest. And it's winter motifs and a Russian alphabet. So that's my progress so far. Whoops, sorry. And Santa's almost done. I decided to go ahead and leave in the mistake that I made because 1, no one will ever know. 2, life's too short, and 3, it's not a contest. So I'm just gonna run a running thread where the next set of motifs should have started so that I know that those I can just continue with versus having everything be off. Not that big of a deal, I know, but I know it's there. So, but that's my progress on that. So hopefully the next time I want to get off the first middle 2 top pages. There's 9 pages altogether, and that's the middle top 2. I normally don't work that way. I stitch patterns from the bottom up, but that one I started in the middle, and I don't know why, just to be different this time. But normally when I stitch, I start from the bottom of a pattern and work my way up. And then finally, I dug this out. I started this a long time ago, but I thought, hey, this would be a cute one to get done quick and frame finished. It was Lizzie Kate's 2010 Snowman. And so the only thing I have really left to do is fill in him. That's just all white. And then he has a little cardinal on top of his hat. And I have a cute idea for a frame. I thought it would be cute to carve a little red cardinal to go on top of the frame and use some of the colors on the frame to tie it all in. So next time that I tape, I should have that finished and framed so you can see my vision. So next I'm going to share a few things I got in the mail this week. So obviously I like to do framing, and I've ordered some mat boards in the past, and when I get them, they're not the right color. And I'll put a link below from the place that I ordered from, but I found a place that would send you little samples of each color of mat board. And so I'll just show a few of them, but the stack is it's a pretty deep stack of pretty much every color that Crescent has. But here are all the little corner samples. So that makes it so nice. And even sometimes with white, you think you're ordering white and it's not white enough, or you want it to be cream and it's not cream enough. So this is going to make it so nice. I'll just show a few more. So nice to see what the actual color is. So when I order a piece in the mail, I don't end up with mat board that I can't use, or I end up having to paint because it's not the right color. And that's kind of a pain. So that's really nice. Great service. I'm glad that I found a place that would send out little samples. And it really wasn't that expensive to me for what you end up getting. Next, I picked up, I believe in Walmart. I happened to see it. I was surprised to see it at Walmart actually, but I normally don't buy it, but I got the issue of Just Cross Stitch. And I happened to just pick it up and flip through it, and it has a lot of cute patterns in it. I'm really surprised. I haven't honestly looked at this magazine in a while, but I decided to buying it for 2 reasons. There's a lot of cute love patterns that are really simple. So here's like just a little pillow, ABCs with love. I like ABCs. And even though I'm not a sampler stitcher per se, here's a really cute one that would stitch up quick that says my love. These make great gifts. And the thing I really picked it up for, I like to stitch wintery kind of stuff, but there is a series pattern from Faithworks Designs, but it's going to be a My Quaker's Christmas sampler. So they have like the first part. And I'm like, that would be really great because there's just a wee little part that you have to get done before the next time the magazine comes out. So anyways, just to give it like a sneak preview, there's a lot of patterns out of that magazine that I would stitch this month. So I might even think about subscribing to the magazine this year. Just something I've never done before, and I'm going to. Then finally, I ordered off of eBay. I don't know how this ever escaped my stash. I thought I had it in my stash, but I didn't. Was Noah in the Ark sampler from Periwinkle Promises. So let me get the glare off there. So that came to me this week. So I'm super excited to pull some fabric and put that in a rotation, which I still haven't made up yet, but I'm going to. But it's super cute. And like I said, I like ABCs, so that kind of fulfills 2 check marks in my legs. And then finally, I'm going to share, I think before in the first or second one, I mentioned that I like to stitch advent calendars. So right behind me is actually a finished advent calendar. And I originally saw this idea on Pinterest, and I loved it. And so I scoured the internet, and I found the designer from overseas, and I'll put a link below, but you can actually still buy the pattern from her site. Wonderful lady. She actually sent a really cute handwritten note along with the pattern, and I thought that was so sweet. So I ended up stitching and finishing it just like I saw on Pinterest, with maybe like a couple little variations, but for the most part stuck to what I saw that somebody else had done, just because I loved what they did. But I'll bring it a little closer. So it says, sorry, I don't know French very well, Joy Noel, and each one of the packets is, I found like a little motif out of a book to stitch on each one of the little advent envelopes, and then finished it off with like a little gingham. And these are actually to the hangers for the buttons. I wanted them to be metal, are little earrings that you would buy like in the jewelry findings. So they worked perfect to get them over the button and still lay flat. And then just found some kind of antique-y looking, pewter looking buttons. So that was, again, one that I stitched from what I saw off Pinterest. So, and it was not a Pinterest fail. And then on the back, I just used some Christmas wrapping paper to finish off the back. But that one, I leave up year round. I just love this finish. So it hangs up. And then I've been trying to collect antique Christmas toys to put in each pocket. So I have maybe about 4 or 5 more pockets that need toys. So I'm always on the lookout, like on eBay or Etsy or Ruby Lane. I like to look there for just antique stuff and just like to look, period. Like I need more stuff, right? But I still look, and there's always stuff that catches my eye. So finally, I'll share some more advent finishes from my pile. This is from a Permin kit, and it was Elves and the Snowman, but it's pretty tall. I would say it's probably about 36 inches, and I ended up stitching it on, I believe it's 18 count over 2, but I used that fabric that has the polka dots printed on it versus what came in the kit. And then I also subbed out, the kit comes with plastic hangers or whatever. So I went and found some little metal, what do you call it? Circles, I guess. Grommets, I don't know what you call them. But to hang the candies on for that one. So that one is done, and I finished that in 2016. So 2021, it's going to get a frame. And then finally, this is one of my most favorite finishes. This came from I believe it's a French designer. And when you can buy the pattern, but the pattern also, you can buy the laser cut buttons, and they're kind of white, and they have a sheen to them. So they're almost like metallic. This one took me a while to finish because I chose, it's 28 count. It's tan linen, but it has the silver threads running through it. Oh, my eyes. Even at my young, tender age, I had a hard time with this one. But it's beautiful when it's done. So I'm glad that I chose that. But it's the Advent, and here it is closer. But that one is done, and this one I will definitely use a more traditional frame. Probably something more ornate and fancy, just because it kind of fits the pattern. So anyways, that is all I have for this week. So coming up for next week, I hope to get about 3 or 4 more things framed from previous things that I've shown, get a little more progress done on some works in progress, and see what else is up in my cupboard that I can show or need some attention and some love. And then I am actually this week going to get my hair done. I have not had my hair cut since March of 2 years ago, and I need a haircut. So I'm going to go make the appointment either this week or next week, hopefully this week, to get my hair done. But with COVID and everything, it just didn't happen. And then you know how it is. You stay home and you're like, meh, I'll just wear a hat today. So anyways, so until next week, happy stitching. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. And as always, I'll add all of the links to the patterns or anything that I talked about in the description box. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye.